So guys, everybody, we are learning. We will be learning Python here. Now, number one, let's clear some of our myths that Python is the fastest programming language on this planet. No, it is not. It is not. The fastest programming language will be, which is widely used, will be C, core C programming language, not Java, not C++, not .NET. C. Nothing can beat C. Okay.
Assembly.
Sorry.
Assembly.
Assembly. So Python, people say it is very fast. Well, in terms of learning, it might be little bit faster, but not in terms of performance. So if we go to any hedge fund or any of the proprietary trading desks who are doing high frequency trading, they will never use Python. They will use Linux operating system with either C++ or Java. Fair. Now, then why to learn Python? Well, Python is an open source language, so it has many inbuilt libraries. So people share a lot of libraries when it comes to machine learning or IoT, Internet of Things, or if you want to do some kind of data analysis. Now, these libraries, let's say Scott has some IoT. Now, what is IoT? Internet of Things. So let's say he has developed a program such that in your car, whenever there is some reduction in the fuel level or the coolant level, or a machine gets heated, the car engine gets heated beyond some temperatures, all these are recorded by a program or a chip, and it automatically sends an alert to your mechanic. So your mechanic will come to your place. He will fix whatever discrepancies in your car, and you will not even come to know that your mechanics have come and everything has been fixed. This is nothing but IoT, Internet of Things, through machine learning. Now, how it is machine learning? Because these alerts are generated automatically within the car itself. कि भाई coolant has been reduced down to, let's say, 200 ml, so it's time to insert at least 40% more. So these messages are generated automatically through IoT. What are machine learning? Machine learning best examples are the robots. Recently, Japan created some robots wherein they are also infusing human emotions. So if you cry, your robot will cry with you. Yeah. So these are artificial machine learning things. So now many people say that even in trading world, I want to do some kind of machine learning. I want to do some kind of artificial intelligence. Well, in trading world, to some extent, you can't have machine learning things. And again, the definition will differ from a trader to trader. For example, there is a pattern called as double bottom pattern in a trading world. Now, double bottom pattern is not identified by any of the technical indicator. Okay, you have to write an exclusive code for double bottom or triple bottom kind of thing. So let's say Jay has created his own code. He may claim that is a machine learning because it's exclusive for him. My program is able to identify these kind of double bottom and triple bottom pattern. He may say this is machine learning. I will say no, that's not machine learning. It's just a mathematics. How you have tweaked your formula and identified the code. So there are many people who will claim artificial intelligence, machine learning. To be honest, I have never understood what is artificial intelligence in stock market. Okay, so let's not go much deep down into these kind of technical terminologies. We will stick to our basic things. Right now, so let's start with what is Python. We will start with Python basics. Slowly, we will move on to Python advanced concepts, followed by Python libraries, followed by where we will do our programming in Python, in which GUI and why, followed by advanced object-oriented language concepts. There. So, what is Python? Python is general high level programming language. Now, what is high level programming language? There are two kinds of programming people do: low level and high level. High level doesn't mean that it is high level and smart. No. Low level means the programs which are used in microchips in your mobile phones, those are low level programming. Circuits, electronic circuit, those are low level assembly level programming. And what are high level programming? Software applications or website application which you can see physically, which you can operate yourself. A user can operate. These are high level programming softwares. Okay, so for example, Flipkart is a high level programming application. Amazon, it's another. My own trading strategy is a high level programming application. So don't get confused that high level programming is something very high and you are launching a rocket. No. Okay. Console. What is console? So again, in our batch, there are people who have zero knowledge about technology. So I will be going deep into some basics. Okay, so people who know, please bear with me. What are console? Now, previously, all the operating system. What are operating system? Windows is an operating system. Mac is an operating system. Linux is an operating system. Okay. Now Windows XP, Windows 10, Windows Vista, all these are Windows version. Similarly, thank Apple, Mac has only one version generally, and Linux, Fedora, Ubuntu, all these are Linux based operating system. Okay. Now the beauty part of Linux is and Mac is there are no dedicated viruses which can attack these operating systems in major 99% cases. And it's an open source. Linux is an open source operating system. So, and Linux is very faster. Obviously, Mac is also faster, but Mac is costly because it's Apple product. Linux is open source, very fast. Viruses don't survive on Linux operating system, and it's very difficult to incubate viruses into Linux. That's the reason majorly we see viruses on where Windows. Most of the home users are using Windows operating system. So if you have the choice, next time just dump all your Windows operating system, download Ubuntu or Fedora and feel the magic of these kind of operating systems. Fedora and Ubuntu are Linux based open source operating system. It's free. Okay. Previously, Linux operating system used to come with command prompts. If we have seen a movie like Matrix, they do some kind of code and all the code run. So that is nothing but a console. So previously, all the operating systems for Linux based were console based. Now, in past 6-7 years, Linux has upgraded to their GUI based operating system. What is GUI based? In Windows, we see a start button. We see how, let's say I want to open an Excel. I will click on Excel and it will open, right? In console based operating system, you have console. So what is console? Windows has its own black console. Okay, this is known as command prompt. So if I want to open Notepad, I will type Notepad and it will open Notepad. Okay. If I type Excel MS Excel, it will open MS Excel. Okay. Something I don't know. They are not recognizing now. So these console-based commands, all operating system have. Now these are the GUI. GUI means interface, graphical user interface. So if you see my screen, if I double click on this particular Excel, it will open. But internally, what an operating system does is it opens up command prompt internally, types MS Word, MS Excel, whatever, and the file name, and it will open. Okay. So same way we can have a software programmed in as a console app or a desktop app. Okay. So what are desktop app? So this is my own strategy. This is a GUI. GUI stands for graphical user interface. So this is a user interface because I can move to different tabs. Everybody can see my screen, right? I can move to different tabs. I can hit start button. I can do. So this is a graphical user interface. This is a desktop app. Why desktop app? Because this is running on desktop machine. Oh, sorry. I see blank screen. Sachin. Sachin, are you able to see my screen or still it's blank? A few seconds ago. Shiva, you can see my screen, right? Sachin can't. Uh, Sachin, what different you are doing on this planet? Sachin,
Yeah, sir.
you can't see my screen?
No, sir.
Okay, which browser you are using?
Google Chrome.
Google Chrome. And does that Google Chrome is popping up some kind of flash or some kind of plugin missing on your browser?
No, no such messages.
No such messages. Huh?
Mm,
Do you have any desk?
any best? No, I don't have. I can download.
Okay, just Google AnyDesk, download it, and WhatsApp me your AnyDesk screen. I will give my phone to Kashyap. He will help you to see my screen. Okay, right now I just have a PPT open, so I will continue with the session. In the meantime, Kashyap will assist you to fix this thing. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. So back to desktop version of the app, I can feel my GUI. I can click. So this is a GUI based desktop. What is desktop? This runs on my desktop on my computer. So this is a desktop application. What is a web-based application? Amazon, Flipkart are web-based application. If I create my strategy and if I run this strategy on browser, what are browser? Google Chrome, Firefox are browser. If my program is running on browser, those are web-based programs, web-based app. So this is a desktop-based app. And the third one is console app. Okay, console app are the ones which don't have any GUI, but I will say, like you can see my screen, I will say cd start leher bot. So this is the command I am giving and it will start from here. Start button will be triggered from here. Okay, something like this. So these are console based where I don't have any GUI, where I don't have any look and feel that how my program looks, but only one black or white box. Right. The fourth are mobile apps. I believe everybody knows what are mobile apps. So popular apps in Python. We'll come back to these points. Popular apps in Python are YouTube, Mozilla Firefox, Google, Instagram, Dropbox, BitTorrent, Quora. These are the front end and the scripting is majorly done in Python. Okay. Now on GitHub, if we see number of projects or number of discussions, so again, GitHub is a portal where people discuss about technology coding thing. Huh? Yeah. So Stack Overflow, GitHub, these are the forums. for discussion majorly related to programming languages and techie guys. Like we have stock market discussions, different forums. Same. So GitHub is one of the topmost, where you have JavaScript discussions and projects at 2.3 million, which is 23 lakhs. Python is 1 million. Java is almost nearly 1 million. Okay, but still, if you see number of projects are more in Java than Python. JavaScript different. Java and JavaScript is different. Okay. So now if we see that suddenly Python started gaining, what you can say, it's getting famous from 2010 to 2012. Okay. So if we see the graph, number of overall questions viewed each month, it has crossed 6% by 2015. So after 2015-16, there are more people who are jumping into Python. If you hear today anybody, they want to be a data analyst, they want to do some kind of data science, everything, artificial intelligence, machine learning, everything related to Python. If you see, so many people have come up with Python courses, whether it's Udemy or whatever. I just have a question. What is the YouTube Mozilla? They are the platform based on Python. Sorry? YouTube, Mozilla, Google. Motilal. Mozilla Firefox. Huh. So they are based on Python? Or? Yes. Yes. Their front end scripting. The front end scripting is in Python. So YouTube, the entire channel, their front end and scripting they have done in Python. Okay, ठीक है उसको दिख रहा है अभी. Okay, Sachin, you can see, right? No audio, no video. You can see now. Okay, 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 cool. So these are the difference between console app, desktop app, website app, mobile app. If you have missed anything, Sachin, with regards to audio discussion, these videos will be available and recorded by tomorrow, so you can always listen again. Okay. Yeah. So we have also discussed about machine learning, data science. What a data science? Data science is nothing but, let's say in stock market world, we have daily data for last 20 years for a stock called Reliance, and we want to apply some kind of strategy, some kind of analysis on that. Whether you do with Excel, you do with Java, you do with Python, everything is data and data analysis. Now, how you are using this data, how you are leveraging it to your own use, that makes a data science. So first is data analysis, and then comes the data science. IoT apps we have already discussed. Artificial intelligence, the robots. About Python. Now, Python is very simple and single way straightforward language having tons of open source library. These are more of theory. Okay. So in other programming languages, we have syntax of curly braces like in Java, C++, .NET. Whenever you write some program, you have to write within a body. So the body is like, let's say I want to write a function called as uh, function do calculation. Then, so number one, I need to enclose this with open and close parenthesis. Then I have to write my code within these curly braces. Okay, I will write all my code here. So this is known as the body of a function. In Python, you don't have all these things. Okay. So that's the reason they claim that it is very simple and single way straightforward programming language. But people who are used to Java and .NET, like I shared before, I find it very difficult to get adjusted without this body and without this semicolon, because here we have something called as indentation, which we will explore at later stage. What is how indentation take plays a very important role in Python programming, because they don't have curly braces. So indentation is very very confusing sometimes in Python. Now there are many open forums, open discussion. Python is not owned by any company; it is a community owned. So people help each other, contribute each other. Okay, unlike Microsoft forums and discussion where you need to pay for their support. In Python, it's complete open community. Okay, Python is case sensitive. What is case sensitive in programming world is, let's say I am typing something double and I am typing something double. These both are very different because this is case sensitive. Here D is uppercase and here D is lowercase. Okay, guys, please, those who are non-programmers, try to catch these technical terms, or you may note down in your notebooks, because that will help you in future. Okay, so what are case sensitive? Case sensitive is nothing but lowercase and uppercase and lowercase. Okay, and these both may have different meaning in a programming language. Okay, oops. What are oops? Oops is nothing but object oriented programming language. Don't try to remember this. We will explore this in very much detail. This is the heart of our course at later stage. Now, Python is dynamically typed language. What is dynamically typed language? So, so now those who are non-programmers, pay a bit attention. Now, in programming world, you have data variables. Now, why these data variables? Because you will store your data into a particular variable. Let's say I want to build a program, a simple calculator which will do addition. One number plus one number, that should give me an answer. Okay, so in programming world, you have to capture both these number into some variable. Okay, now the basic variable is integer, which is denoted by int. Okay, another is float, which is denoted by as float. I'll just say floating number, integer number, double number denoted by double. Okay, now what are integers? Okay, 1, 200, 400, 500, these are integers, because these are whole numbers. Whole number means they don't have any decimals. They don't have any decimals. They don't have any decimals. These are whole numbers. Okay. Floating numbers are, let's say, 1.23 or 3.45 or 6.55. But okay, these are floating numbers which are known as decimals. Okay, now these decimals could be up to 5 digit, 6 digit, 8 digit, could be any digit. Similarly, double also have decimals. Okay, now what is the difference between floating point number and double? We will explore bit later. Okay, so let's say I want to create a program to add two numbers. Right now I want to accept only integer. Close. Okay, look 2 minutes. So let's say I will do integer number 1 is equal to 5, integer number 2 is equal to 10. Okay, integer answer. Sorry.
Okay, so these are terms. Is this actual type of subtract or is this
No, these are not. These are not. I'll come back. Integer answer. Answer is equal to number 1 plus number 2. Okay.
okay?
So when I do number 1 plus number 2, so number 1 is 5, number 2 is 10. My answer will be 15. 15 will be stored in answer and I will get displayed, whatever. So these are data types: integer, double, float are double. All these are data types. Now these are applicable for Java, C++, .NET programmers. In Python, you don't have data types, so it's a dynamic. You don't have data type. You do directly number 1 is equal to 5, number 2 equal to 10, number 1 plus number 2. You will get an answer in your variable answer. So these are your own user defined variables. Number 1, number 2 are user defined variables. Okay. Similarly, in Java, .NET, C++, you also have another data type called a string. Okay, string is equal to name. If I want to save my name, I will do it in string. But in Python, you do directly name is equal to string. Sorry, name is equal to Ankur. Okay.
And you don't have to write string.
You don't have to write data type. So in technical terms, you don't have to prefix your variable with any data type. I repeat, you don't have to prefix your variable with any data type. Okay? No integer, no double, no float, no string. Damn. Directly number, name, city, place, stock, whatever you want.
Asking characters have to be close.
ASCII characters, yes, they have to be in quotes. Yes, yes.
String also.
Yes, string and ASCII both. We will come to ASCII and all that at later stage. First is getting non-programmers used to these terminologies. Yes. So guys, we have a situation here right now. Cops have come outside and they are asking to shut the entire mall due to corona. I don't know for how many days.
No, I was surprised. Come on.
So so let's wait for next update. We have to end our session right away because they are asking and they are shutting each and everything. बाहर आ गए क्या केटी? Entry one. So let's guys, before we get quarantined in a mall, I'm so sorry. Sorry, cafe, everything will be shut. They will shut the cafes also. They will shut, and cafe people won't allow us to sit for 3 hours, 2 hours.
CCD people can allow.
CCD allow? Okay, but there we don't have good internet connection then.
We have to use mobile data.
Yeah, mobile data.
Mobile data.
Mobile data is not that good in my experience. Okay, okay. Let's end our session. For now, we will discuss how to continue with our further sessions in weekdays. See the these up. Yeah, restaurants might be open and they keep changing their deadlines. So possibly if the number of cases reduce within Maharashtra, Mumbai, they might say, okay, start operating by next week or something like that.
So if it remains closed, then we can work on it.
See, if it remains closed, I can do one thing. I can definitely sit in my office and continue with the session. You guys can sit at your place and we can do the same way how we are doing in online mode.
Or else, so I have two normal coaching classes in my contact, so I can do it there with a very minimal thing.
Okay, just ask them and let me know. Okay.
We will get these type of teaching arrangements. They're not in malls. That's a random. Yeah, that's not in malls.
Okay, fair. Yeah, this is in mall, so they will shut us. Yeah.
I'm ready to go to the restaurant yesterday. Went to Starbucks.
All right, Shiva, Sachin, I will keep you posted. So for now, we have to end our session. Unfortunately, let's take it offline for further discussions. Okay, guys. Which Chavi?